You may remember not too long ago when two men decided that they wanted to go to the Pokemon World Championships with lots of guns and lots of ammo, and of course they were arrested on scene with no one hurt, thankfully. But now, the two men who are accused of threatening violence at the Pokemon World Championships have been denied bail. Now, Judge Thomas Horgan has rejected the idea that they were just engaging in online bravado, and the two of them, who are Kevin Norton and James Stumbo, are to be detained for at least 4 months when they await their trial. And according to police, the two of them had made a very real threat of violence at the event, and well, the facts do seem to line up with that, as it seems way more than just online bravado to turn up at a public event with a shotgun, AR-15 assault rifle, ammo and a knife in their possession. And of course, as I discussed in my original video, which will be linked in the description below this video if you missed it, they made various threats of violence online and towards moderators. Now, when speaking to the Associated Press, Judge Horgan said, quote, "This wasn't just a kid talk. This wasn't just kid talk rather on the computer, and both of them are charged, of course, with illegal possession of guns and ammunition. However, there is still an investigation into whether or not it's a cause for, quote, cyberbullying rather, or a mass casualty situation." Now, to be honest, this seems like it wasn't just an empty threat. You don't actually act on it and bring guns to the place if it's just an empty threat. So, to be honest, we have the person or people possibly who reported these threats to the police to thank that, well, there's no one hurt here, and of course the fast action of the police and the people running the Pokemon World Championship as well. If they hadn't all worked together, we could be having a very, very different discussion indeed. And personally, I'm just thankful that the two were obtained before anyone was actually hurt or maybe even killed. Now, I would maybe believe that this was just all talk if they had come up with guns but they weren't loaded and they were just going to scare people or whatever. I mean, that's still horrible, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that's okay, but that's the only situation really where this would just be some weird and twisted version of bravado. But the fact that they came with all that, plus ammunition, plus a knife, well, that plus the threats does not paint a pretty picture. Of course, they are still awaiting trial, so we should await, of course, the final judgment, but it's not looking good for them to say the least. I'd like to hear your thoughts though, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.